Well, we are gathered here again today for another Gacha PvP. Who will live, who will die? Who's a good game and who's a trash game? Let's find out right here, right now. Okay, so the games down here, they're dead. We're going to start with the bottom stuff, we're going to go up to the top. Realistically, Gacha revenue doesn't actually matter, but people care like it does really matter, and it's fun to see how your game does, and if you can make fun of other people's games. And I'll explain some reasoning for some of the games as we get higher up and see some of the like actual good ones, in my opinion. Most of these games not very good. One Punch Man World, I can't believe this game isn't dead. Who the hell spent 15,000 more dollars on this trash heap? What are you doing? Jesus Christ. Okay, this game just came out, Cat Fantasy. Doesn't look like it's doing amazing. It hasn't been out for long, but usually on a game's release, it should kind of like pop off. So that's not amazing. Games like Alchemy Stars really falling off, not doing so great. Counterside, I actually play that. Represent. Limbus Company, most stable neutral game of all time, just sitting there at 500,000. It just doesn't even care. And you know what? It's chill as hell. Apparently they're doing pretty well. Astronauts of Veta, not doing so hot. I heard they're adding a new type of banner, so I don't think people are going to be happy about that either. Let's see, we got a bunch of Japan-only games as well. Echo Ocalypse, they did mad advertising, but not doing crazy. Tower Fantasy, oh, it's on the uptick. Would you look at that? Outer Plane at 1 million. Dislight dropping. That's one of those kinds of games that's just going to keep dropping over and over and over. Let's take a look. Tower of God New World. It's going to chill around here for a while, but it's definitely going to dip. They really ruined the game in more recent time. Brown Dust 2 have been doing lots of advertisement, but surprisingly not higher, even though it's almost an infamous game, I would say. I think most people know Brown Dust 2 at this point. Girls Frontline Exilium, wow, it went up a lot. I don't know if they're doing an event or something, but that's huge. And I'm actually happy about this. It's coming to the West, and I want this game to be good. This is the, like, cucking game, if you know that, but I really hope that it's actually good. Because in China, they did not like it. They were so pissed at the company. I don't think Persona 5 Phantom X is really in the West much yet, but doesn't seem to be doing amazing. Punching Grey Raven not doing so hot, even though it released some kind of newer stuff, like a new character. Honkai Epic 3rd kind of just chilling. A lot of these games in the red, but normally not by that much. As we move up a little bit more, surprisingly, Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade still doing okay, despite being an IP-based gacha, which normally dies off really fast, just like Seven Deadly Sins is kind of still hanging in there, not as well, though. Epic 7 going from 9 million to 3.5 million. Holy crap, is that bad? Oh man, it fell off. Jeez. Okay, well, that's a little bit unfortunate. We got Reverse 1999. Snowbreak going from 9 million to 3.7 million as well. Huge decrease, but I don't think a lot's going on in the game at the moment. Most gacha games, they have like their highs with big releases, and then they have a lull after where they just kind of like rerun stuff, or not really anything special, right? This happens with all gacha games, ever. Memento Mori's still chilling. Heaven Burns Red. We're getting close to the top right now. Azur Lane, just chilling as per always doing pretty solid. One Piece Treasure Cruise, one of the OGs, it's always doing decently. Colorful Stage, this is the rhythm game, an actual skill-based gacha for once, and it's chilling, doing pretty decently. Light and Night, sorry, I believe is a like otome game. I think it's mainly aimed at women. I believe it's one of those, and it's doing all right. Not as much as Love and Deepspace, of course. Swords of Convallaria, in its first month being out, 8.5 million. Honestly, that's not bad. For a game that has no existing IP or anything, that's pretty solid. It actually is really good overall. So we'll see how it is in the future months, but for the first month ever being out, that's actually really solid for a game that no one had ever heard of before. So actually, congrats to them. Dragon Ball Legends going from 19 million to 9 million. I don't know. They probably had a banner of like some Goku with like overalls or something, and now they didn't have it, so like no one cared. Blue Archive doing a little bit worse, but that makes sense. They had like some big banners kind of going on before for anniversary and stuff. I think that's what it was. Soul Leveling Arise, it blows my mind that people spent $10 million on this literal trash heap of just loading times and bad balance and bad design decisions made by devs. But hey, if you enjoy the game, keep enjoying it, but that game ain't gonna last that long. Let's be real. Now we see Summoner's War. Oh, big, 12 million. That's kind of crazy, actually. Okay, Puzzles and Dragons making 12 million as well. And now we're gonna go a little bit slower to see what the next games are. We're kind of up at the high amounts. So we might start seeing some games that we actually know. We might start seeing stuff like Nikke, Fate Grand Order, Wuthering Waves. The Hoyoverse games, of course, are probably going to be at the very absolute top, but let's see, 12.3 million. What's next? Wuthering Waves. Ooh! I was guessing they'd be at 15 million, but they're at 13.5 million. That is a huge downgrade, more than 50% reduction. Now, am I surprised? No. I am not surprised even in the slightest. Multiple reasons. One, there hasn't really been anything going on. Let's be real. So why is anyone going to spend money when there's nothing going on in a game right now? And we also got a free character coming. Like, people aren't really going to be interested in spending money this patch. Not at all. Two, this is mobile. And if you can even run Wuthering Waves on your mobile device, you're probably a billionaire using some sort of like newfangled government phone. Because anyone else, if I try to even run it on my phone, it says I can't. It's just like, it's not going to work, bro. It just straight up tells me it's not going to work. And other people, when they put it on their phone, they get a nuclear reactor and blow up the neighborhood. So like, I don't even know how this game is making more than $5 on phone, because it seems to just not even work for people. So I think all the revenue is probably on computer anyways, like PC. So I don't know. Who knows though? Obviously not a great number for such a high budget game right here, but I'm really not surprised. I'm curious to see what the next patch is, because the game is still relatively recent, so its revenue will always dip. But I would assume that the next banner next month is going to be higher amount, but we'll see what happens to Wuthering Waves. Hopefully it's higher. Next game. One Piece Bounty Rush. Who asked? Okay, I mean, if you're into this game, I guess they introduced like Gear 15 Luffy or whatever. I don't know, man. But something's going on and apparently hype. Umumusume Pretty Derby. Damn. Also 15 million neck and neck Umumusume. This game is coming to the West as well. It only took them like 5 years to release it worldwide, but I wonder how much the West is actually going to care about Umumusume. I believe they're releasing it worldwide, actually. 4 years? Alright, fair enough. Nikke, it went down. And that is kind of crazy, because a collab is happening right now, the Evangelion collab, and it actually went down 1 million. You would think it would go up because of the collab, but it actually went down? Is it because people were saving, or is it because people didn't like the collab? I wonder. There's also the anniversary coming up, and that's like a huge thing people are saving for, so I don't know. I believe Japan really likes stuff like Evangelion collabs and things, so I would think they would be spending big bucks. I believe, yeah, this is global plus Japan, because I don't think China actually has Nikke. Those poor bastards. Arknights, what in the hell? Wow, yeah, we didn't see Arknights before. From 9.6 to 21 million. What in the world is going on in this game? What is happening in Arknights? This is absolutely crazy that it's this high up. There must be some really big banners. Shoe banner? Oh, the Dungeon Meshi banners. Yeah, they're doing a Dungeon Meshi collaboration in Arknights, right? Which probably hyped a lot of people up. Oh, no, it's not out yet? It's just some character called Shoe? I don't know who that is, but I guess people are hype. Okay. Interesting. All right, Arknights popping off. Naruto Mobile at 22 million. This is a game that I guess is never coming to the West. You would think a game that's this successful in China would go worldwide, especially since Naruto is pretty popular. Like, how does Japan not even have access to Naruto Mobile? It's literally their IP. Like, that's crazy, but I mean, okay. Monster Strike. This game is still chugging along. This is like an OG. Like, everybody knows Monster Strike. Like, it's been around for so long, but I mean, damn, here we go. Okay. Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, I thought it was going to drop a lot more, but it looks like people are still super hype about it. Wow. They've had some really killer banners recently, but still making 24 million even after a bunch of banners is pretty surprising that it would actually be that high up still. This game is definitely just one of the monsters of gacha games, and it's been around for quite a while. The IP for Dragon Ball just hard carries. What can I say? Holy crap. I thought it was going to be Love and Deepspace. $31 million. One third. Oh my god. I thought it was going to drop to like 50 million, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I'm over. What if I'm like saying that's too much? 30 million. Holy crap. Look, we all knew it was going to drop. When a gacha comes out, it's at its peak and it will drop until it reaches its equilibrium. But this is crazy, actually. 1/3 of the amount is way more than I expected. I thought it would be like half the amount, and that would be like natural, right? But 99 to 30, that is insane. People wailed super hard in the first month, and now, I guess, I don't know, it went down a lot. It'll probably go back up. It seems to be popular. It's not as popular as Genshin Honkai Star Rail, of course, but it is popular. So it will go back up. I wonder how much, especially with Jane Doe. I think a lot of people are waiting for Jane Doe for sure. But wow, you know what's crazy? We haven't even seen Love and Deepspace yet. I thought for sure we were gonna see Love and Deepspace before we saw something like zenlesszonezero. Oh my god, what's next? Oh my god, Genshin Impact is 38 million. They only made 1 million more. Oh my god. What? And that's with the Mualani character being out for like a few days. Wait. Wait, Love and Deepspace sweep? Is Love and Deepspace gonna be #1? Is it going to beat Honkai Star Rail? There's no way. Oh wait, there's Fake Grand Order. Wait, Fake Grand Order no diffs Genshin and zenlesszonezero just with Dubai BB Dubai with the big with the 2 Dubais she has. Like she, holy crap, she carried the summer banners in FGO. Let's be real, everyone's a Coomer in FGO community. Summer banners come around, neurons activate, they go crazy. 38 million. Holy crap. And we still haven't even seen Love and Deepspace. It's Hoyover, guys. It's Hoyover. Love and Deepspace is our new overlords. It's Hoyover, dude. Dude, they made less. So Jade Banner did better than Yunli and Zhao Chu. Oh my god, that's insane. That is absolutely crazy. All of Hoyoverse is here already, and we haven't even seen Love and Deepspace. There it is. 48 million. But we're not done. 48 million. They beat the next highest Hoyoverse game by $9 million, dude. 9 million from Love and Deepspace. That is absolutely crazy. They made more than the previous month. I don't even know what they added. Did they even do anything? This is insane. $48 million. Dude, wow. It turns out when you make a game that people like, that's aimed at women, which are 50% of all humans, turns out they're like, hold on, there's a game for us now. And they're popping off. They're like, it's over for us. It's over for us, Ben. I'm gonna be real. We had a good run. We had a good run, guys. It was good. It was kind of cool to be a man for a little while, but it's over now. I mean, Love and Deepspace is proof, guys. Male gender in 2024, it's over. I mean, damn. Next. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, my cursor went to the side. Oh, okay, it happened again. Oh, I'm just trying to make it cool. AFK Journey 5 to 7. I'm sorry. What the hell just happened? What in the world just happened to AFK Journey to go from 5 to 71? Is this like some Euler? Is this some crazy Euler just popped the hell off like some Saudi prince? This was the Chinese release of the game? Oh, so China just spent like $65 million on AFK Journey. Holy crap. That's insane. It went up 24 ranks. Wait, it made 25 million in global? Wait, so it was gonna pop off no matter what. But then China also got into it. Wow, AFK Journey really... I don't know if any of you guys remember, but AFK Journey had this one patch they implemented that made players so mad that it almost killed the game. And they had to profusely apologize. But that hasn't happened to China yet, so they might still be like kind of hype about the game. But this is kind of insane. So we talked about a lot of these games, but something that I really wanted to talk about in relation to this is there was a question brought up by a lot of people, especially in YouTube videos. They were saying, is Hoyoverse games, do people share the amount of money they spend between the different games? So like, let's say they spend the money on ZZZ, that means they don't spend the money on Genshin. And I have also had a thought in my head that I think a lot of these big gachas are kind of on the downtrend. This has been something I've been thinking. So games like Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, Honkai Star Rail, ZZZ, I think these games have too many similarities, too many of the same annoying FOMO things, and a lot of the same chores that a lot of players are getting bored of. And I think that these games are a bit on the downtrend, I believe. And seeing this amount of money doesn't, prove it either way. But if we add up the amount of money that they made last month compared to this month, if we're just looking at Hoyoverse, for instance, they went from, let's see, $168 million. And now this month, oh wait, no, I was looking at Fake Grand Order, $178 million. And this month they made, let's see, 39 plus 38. Oh man, that's it's a bit of a decrease. So that's 77 and oh wow, they made about 100 million. So they dropped like $70 million. And admittedly, Honkai Star Rail, let's be real. Yun Li, Jiaochu, filler characters. Nobody cares. Everyone's waiting for the next characters, right? 100%, they're just waiting. Like, nobody was cared about the current stuff, so they're obviously going to spend less. Genshin Impact, nobody really cares about Mualani, and the stuff that was before Mualani, nobody cared about, right? People were saving for characters after Mualani. I think she's kind of a weak opener, I'm going to be real. Zenlesszonezero, it was natural for it to fall. It's not even its fault. Every single game has a big boom and then falls off until it reaches its equilibrium. That's literally just what happens. But it is surprising it fell off this hard because they had Zhu Yan and the girl cop robot. But I guess a lot of people are kind of just waiting for Jane Doe, so I would assume that this is actually going to go up next month. But it's still kind of insane to see a loss of 70 million among Hoyoverse games. But it's not just Hoyoverse. Like, also Wuthering Waves didn't have much going on and it dropped, and, if you play on phone, it's a nuclear reactor. But then you look at some of these other games and they're popping the hell off, and they're not the big budget gachas, right? They're different games, right? I'm not going to count AFK Journey because it just came out in China, but Love and Deepspace, Otome game, it's popping the hell off. Fake Grand Order, they got BB Dubai and all that stuff. Of course, the players are kind of just knee deep in the game and they can't quit and they're addicted, but it's popping the hell off. Dokkan Battle is even still doing so well, even after it just had big banners. It's still popping off. Monster Strike's doing so well. Naruto Mobile. So like all these other games, it's almost like some of these games are starting to fall a little bit more down to the level of some of these other gachas. And I think that's natural. I don't even think that's like the games are falling off, they're bad. I think just naturally people want to spend their time in a bunch of different games, and as some of these games get big updates, there's only so many gacha players in the ecosphere, and they can't play every single gacha. So people will be dropping games when nothing's going on, and they'll be picking up other games when there's like cool events or things that they're interested in. So it's going to change month to month, and I would say that probably Honkai Star Rail is going to go up next month. I would say Genshin Impact is going to go up next month, and I would say Zenlesszonezero is going to go up next month. Although I think with all of them going up, I think they still might be less than the month that Zenlesszonezero may have come out, because $70 million extra is a pretty big ask. But it's a very interesting thing to actually ponder, is that are people spending money on, let's say, Genshin Impact, which means that they're not spending money on Honkai Star on Genshin Impact, right? Like, do they divvy up their money that way, or do they spend money on every single game that they're playing? Obviously, they don't have the exact same player base, but it's an interesting thing to think about, is that is adding more games under the umbrella of your company, are you actually making that much more money, or are you merely dividing the money that you make amongst a bunch of different games? Obviously, these numbers are not 100% accurate, but just an interesting thing to think about. And I'm sure that some of these games are going to pop the hell off next month, and then some of these games like Arknight's probably going to drop a little bit unless the Dungeon Meshi collab's about to come out. So I suppose we'll see, but it's very interesting to always look at this month-by-month thing. You may now PvP and talk complete crap about every other game that did worse than yours, and any game that did better, just don't even look at them and just completely ignore that happened, all right? You may now commence war. Get right to it.